day everyone, I am Dr. VNS Venkateswarao, working as an Associate Professor from the Department of Chemistry in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today I would like to give the topic on the question bank of the Module 3 Engineering Materials. So first of all, we see what are the contents covered in today's session. This contains totally 3 parts. Part A having the short answer questions, weightage is 10 marks, and Part B is nothing but long answer questions, weightage is 20 marks. Part B, long answer questions, weightage is 10 marks, and Part C, problem solving and critical thinking questions, weightage is 10 marks. Okay. So before starting the topic, today we see what are the contents covered in today's session. Part A contains short answer questions, weightage is 2 marks. Part B, long answer questions, weightage is 10 marks. Part C, problem solving and critical thinking questions, weightage is 10 marks. Okay, so let us start Part A questions. First of all, Part A, first question, what are polymers? Compare homopolymer and copolymer with the examples. So polymers is nothing but a large molecules which are produced by the linking of the monomers with covalent bond linkage. And what is the difference between the homopolymer and copolymer? Copolymer is nothing but it is produced by the single unit of the monomer. That means same unit of the monomer. So homo means the polymer looks like A, and so on. Same monomer should be repeated again. Whereas copolymer, heteropolymer is nothing but it contains different monomers. That means A, B. So this looks like that, the polymer. And write any 2 examples for the addition and condensation polymerization with their respective monomers. So for example, for the addition polymerization, what are the examples? Nothing but polyethylene. Polyethylene, the monomer is ethylene, and second one is nothing but the PVC, polyvinyl chloride, monomer is VC. So these 2 are belongs to addition polymerization. And next one, condensation. For condensation polymerization, nylon 66 and monomers are nothing but the hexamethylene diamine, adipic acid. Okay, and next one is bakelite. For this phenol and formaldehyde. So these are the examples for the addition and condensation polymerization. Next one, compare addition polymerization and condensation polymerization with the examples. Already we discussed about for addition polymerization PVC and polyethylene are the examples, and condensation polymerization is nothing but the nylon 66 and bakelite. In case of the addition polymerization, there is no formation of the byproducts, whereas in condensation polymerization there is a formation of a byproducts. Next one, what are the plastics? Compare thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Plastics are nothing but a long chain organic compounds. They can be having property molded to required shape by applying temperature and pressure physical conditions. And thermoplastic is nothing but soft on heating, stiff on cooling. Whereas thermosetting plastics is nothing but they may be stiff on heating and further there is no change on cooling. So that is the difference between the thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Next we see, state the monomers used in making polyvinyl chloride and nylon 66. In case of the polyvinyl chloride, what are the monomers? Nothing but vinyl chloride. But vinyl chloride is direct monomer. It should be produced by the when ethylene reacts with the hydrochloric acid at required temperature to give with vinyl chloride. And nylon 66. For nylon 66, hexamethylene diamine, adipic acid are the monomers. Write the properties and applications of the bakelite. So bakelite is nothing but a good electrical insulator, and it is a high strength polymer, and the applications of the bakelite is nothing but it is mainly applicable to the electrical switchboards and cooking ware. Write the preparation and applications of the PVC. So PVC is a nothing but it is produced by a when ethylene reacts with the hydrochloric acid and heating to give CH2 Cl. So this is nothing but a vinyl chloride. This vinyl chloride undergoes polymerization to give polyvinyl chloride. That means when n moles of the vinyl chloride undergoes polymerization to give polyvinyl chloride. Okay, and the applications preparations of the PVC is nothing but first of all, applications is nothing but this PVC material used as a electrical wire tubes, nothing but PVC pipes applicable for the home appliances. Okay, next one, what are the functions of the plasticizers and fillers in compounding of the plastics? So plasticizers are nothing but to improve the plasticity of the plastics, and fillers are improve the strength of the plastics. And what are the biodegradable polymers? That means the polymers which are degraded by biological activity, that is nothing but a biodegradable polymers. Write the advantages of the biodegradable polymers. So by using biodegradable polymers, they can avoid the pollution related to the soil pollution and the land pollution, because they are easily degradable and decomposable. State the monomers used in making thiol rubber and vinyl rubber. For thiol rubber, we use the ethylene dichloride with the polysulfide to give a thiol rubber, and vinyl rubber 1,3-beta-diene reacts with the polystyrene to give vinyl rubber. Write the properties and applications of the natural rubber. So generally natural rubber tempts with the room temperature. That means it is nothing but a softening in the summer and hardening in the winter, and it can easily reacts with the organic solvents. And what are the applications? So the applications of the natural rubber most probably used in the rubbers and in domestic wear and kitchenware. What is natural rubber? Write the disadvantages of the natural rubber. So natural rubber is nothing but a isoprene units of a polymer. That means when isoprene undergoes a polymerization to give polyisoprene, and it is obtained by a Hevia Brasiliensis 3 to give a milk emulsion. That emulsion milk is coagulated with acetic acid to give a crepe rubber and sheet rubbers also. And what are the disadvantages? It can be softening in a summer condition and hardening in a winter condition. Explain why natural rubber needs vulcanization, how it is carried out. That means generally natural rubber is a less stable compound, and when it undergoes a vulcanization, that means reacts with the sulfur to get a more stable rubber because of the cross-linking. What is a lubricant? Lubricant is nothing but one of the substance in order to reduce the friction in between the moving surfaces. What is the viscosity of a lubricating oil? So that means the viscosity of the lubricating oil should be always high in order to reduce the friction. And what are the characteristics of a good lubricant? The characteristics of a good lubricant is nothing but it should be having the high boiling point and a low freezing point, and it should be thermal stability and fluid stability and also wave stability. Define flash point and fire point of a lubricant by Penske-Martin's method. That means flash point is nothing but the temperature at which the flame will be converted into a ignition. That is nothing but a flash point. And fire point, that means the flame should be continuous at least 0 to 5 seconds. That is nothing but a fire point of a lubricant. Define cloud point and pour point of a lubricant. Cloud point is nothing but the point at which the lubricant becomes a hazy liquid. That is nothing but a cloud point. And pour point is nothing but the point at which the lubricant starts to flow. That is nothing but a pour point of a lubricant. What is thick film and thin film lubrication? So thick film lubrication should be applicable to whereas the distance between the moving surfaces nearby 1000 angstrom units, and the thin film lubricant is applicable to especially metal related surfaces. So that is about the part A questions. Next we see part B questions. Explain different types of the polymerization reactions with the examples. So mainly types of the polymerization, three types. First one, addition polymerization. Second one, condensation polymerization. Third one, copolymerization. Okay, so first one, addition polymerization. For addition polymerization, when polyethylene is the best example. When ethylene reacts undergoes polymerization to give polyethylene. That means ethylene means CH2 double bond CH2, n moles of the ethylene undergoes polymerization to give polyethylene. Okay, and for condensation polymerization we see bakelite. For bakelite, the monomers are the phenol and formaldehyde. That means phenol is nothing but and formaldehyde. It undergoes involvement of the 3 steps to give finally cross-linked polymer of the bakelite. Okay, so this is the cross-linked structure of the bakelite. So, and the next one, copolymerization. For copolymerization, we see Buenos. So, Buenos is produced by the 1,3-butadiene and polystyrene to give Buenos for copolymerization. So that means 1,3-butadiene means but means how many carbons? 4 carbons and 1,3-butadiene. That means at first position and third position there is a double bonds. That means CH2, CH, CH, CH2. 10 moles of the 1,3-butadiene reacts with the polystyrene. Also n moles polystyrene to give at a stage 6 carbon atoms. That means bond migration takes place. So this is the structure for Buenos undergoes copolymerization. Okay. Compare the thermoplastic resins and thermosetting resins. So thermoplastic resins are the linear chain polymers, whereas thermosetting resins are nothing but three-dimensional cross-linking network. So that's why thermoplastic resins are less stable and thermosetting resins are highly stable. And thermoplastic is nothing but soft on heating, stiff on cooling. But thermosetting resins are stiffing on heating, but there is no change on cooling. For thermoplastic, we are taking the examples nothing but polyethylene and PVC. For thermosetting polymers, we see examples like bakelite and nylon 6,6. Okay, and what is meant by compounding of plastic? Explain the role of the ingredients used in the compounding of the plastics. Compounding of the plastic is nothing but in order to improve the quality of the plastics by adding the ingredients coming out from a external. So that means the ingredients are used to improve the quality of the plastics. So that is nothing but a compounding of the plastics. So this compounding plastic is done by different types of categories, by fillers, plasticizers, colorants, etc. So many things. These are improved by the quality of the plastic. And explain briefly about thermoplastic and thermosetting resins with the example. So thermoplastic is nothing but the example comes under category of the polyethylene and PVC, whereas thermosetting resins are nothing but bakelite resins, and thermoplastic is nothing but a soft and heating, stiff and cooling. Thermosetting is nothing but a stiff and heating, but further there is no change and cooling. Describe the preparation, properties, and engineering applications of the phenol formaldehyde resins. So phenol formaldehyde resins is nothing but a bakelite, and bakelite is a good electrical insulator, and these are useful for the domestic wear, especially in the kitchenware, and also industries like electrical switchboards. Describe the synthesis, properties, and engineering applications of the following: nylon 66 and Teflon. So that means first we see the nylon 66. Nylon 66 is produced by the uh, nylon 66 is produced by the hexamethylene diamine adipic acid undergoes condensation polymerization to give nylon 66. That is the synthesis of the nylon 66. And properties is nothing but nylon 66 most probably used in the because of the strength of the polymer and good electrical insulator. And engineering application is nothing but these are most probably used in the fabrics industry. And Teflon is nothing but a polytetrafluoroethylene. When fluoroethylene undergoes polymerization to give Teflon, and the properties of the Teflon is nothing but it is resistance to organic solvents and stable at high temperatures, and these are useful for a kitchenware, especially gaskets are the material of the gaskets manufactured by the Teflon material. And describe the synthesis, properties, and engineering applications of the following: nothing but Teflon and bakelite. Already we discussed about the Teflon. Next one, bakelite. Bakelite is produced by the phenol with formaldehyde resins to give cross-linked polymer. That is nothing but a bakelite. And properties nothing but good electrical insulator. And engineering applications is nothing but used as the electrical switchboards. Explain the synthesis, properties, and engineering applications of the following: polytetrafluoroethylene, polyvinyl chloride. Already we discussed in the previous questions polytetrafluoroethylene and polyvinyl chloride. Polytetrafluoroethylene is nothing but a Teflon. Polyvinyl chloride is nothing but a PVC. Describe the preparation, properties, and engineering applications of a bakelite. So it is also explained in the previous slide. Bakelite. Bakelite is nothing but phenol formaldehyde resin. And explain about biodegradable polymers with example. So biodegradable polymers is nothing but the polymers which undergo decomposition by biological activity, and the biodegradable polymers is taken by various examples, and especially we see polymers are the best examples for a biodegradable polymers. Next one, explain the process of natural rubber and write the disadvantages of the natural rubber. So the process of the natural rubber mainly takes place starts with the Hevea brasilens 3. From the brasilens 3, we collected a emulsion milk in the coconut hulls. That milk is coagulated with the acetic acid to get a natural rubber by passing through a rollers, sheet rubber, and oxidation by the ionophore to get a creep rubber that can be access resistance, that means scratch resistance rubber. And the disadvantage of the natural rubber means it is less stable and easily reacts with the organic solvents like carbon tetrachloride. And explain the vulcanization of rubber, write the advantages of the vulcanized rubber. So vulcanization of the rubber is nothing but when natural rubber reacts with the sulfur to get a cross-linked rubber. So that means natural rubber is nothing but a 1,3-butadiene isoprene units that reacts with the sulfur to get a cross-linked rubber. Because of the cross-linking, the stability of the rubber will be increased. That is the another advantage of the vulcanized rubber, and it cannot easily react with the organic solvents, and it can be stable at very high temperature. What are the elastomers? Explain preparation, properties, and applications of the Viona. Yes, elastomers is nothing but the substance comes to its original shape after removal of the applied stress. That is nothing but elastomers. For the Viona, we see the preparation, that is nothing but when 1,3-butadiene reacts with the polystyrene to give Viona. Yes, and the properties of the Viona is nothing but good electrical insulator, and it is a high strength polymer. And the applications of the Viona is nothing but used for a manufacturing of the ties. What is synthetic rubber? Explain preparation, properties, and applications of a thiol rubber. So the best example for a synthetic rubber is nothing but a BNIS and a thiol rubber. So that means the rubber should be made with human by from the natural rubber. Synthetic rubber is nothing but the rubber which is manufactured by the human beings from the natural rubber. So for the thiol rubber, we see preparation, properties, and applications. So that is in the previous slide. Especially it should be prepared by the hexamethylene. Especially it should be prepared by the ethylene dichloride with sodium polysulfate to give thiol rubber. And properties nothing but good electrical insulator, and applications is nothing but it should not reacts with the ozone and oxygen, and it can be used as a organic materials. What are the characteristics of the lubricants? The characteristics of the lubricants is nothing but there are several types of the characteristics, nothing but high boiling point and low freezing point, and it have the thermal wave stability and mechanical stability, and it can be easily decomposable at very very high temperatures. So describe the mechanism of the lubricant that is applied to a delicate instruments, that is a thick layer mechanism. What is the lubrication? Explain about thin film, thick film, and extreme pressure lubrication. So first of all, lubrication is nothing but the action of a lubricant when it is applied between the two moving surfaces, and thin film lubrication is applied when the distance between the moving surfaces nearby 1000 angstrom units, and thick film lubrication is nothing but it is related to the metallic coated surfaces, and extreme pressure lubrication is nothing but when high pressure is applied on the moving surfaces. Describe about mechanism of lubrication with the example. That means the mechanism of the lubrication should be depends upon the speed of moving surfaces. Especially in industry, we see the machinery parts is the best example, and we apply a high viscosity lubricants. So explain the properties of a lubricant with a neat diagram. So the properties of the lubricant is by the flash and fire points, cloud and 4-point. Already we discussed about in the previous slide. Next one, explain the following properties of the lubricants: flash and fire point and cloud and 4-point. These are also explained in the previous slide. Next one, define viscosity. Explain about the oiliness of the lubricants. Viscosity is nothing but a dragging force between the two layers, and oiliness of the lubricants will be helpful to improve the stability of the lubricants. Generally, the mineral oils having the less oiliness compared to the vegetable oils. Next we see part C questions. Why cannot thermosetting plastics can be reused and reshaped? Thermosetting plastics definition, they should be setting takes place by heating, and further there is no change on cooling, and it involves the cross-linked polymers. That's why they cannot be reused and reshaped. PVC is soft and flexible, whereas bakelite is hard and brittle. By PVC undergoes the addition polymerization involvement of the linear chain, and bakelite involves the condensation polymerization to get cross-linked polymer. That's why bakelite is hard compared to the PVC. Why does rubber become stiff on stretching? So that means it can be stiff because of the stretching. It involves the weak van der Waals forces. Why is Teflon is highly chemically resistant? Because of the it involves the sodium polysulfide. That's why that sulfide is chemically resistant material. And Teflon. Why is Teflon highly chemically resistant? Because Teflon involves the tetrafluoroethylene to give polytetrafluoroethylene, and it involves the fluorine. So that's why it is highly chemically resistant. And natural rubber needs the vulcanization. Why? So because of the improvement of the stability of the natural rubber, we apply the vulcanization. Because of the vulcanization to get cross-linked with sulfur in order to get the quality of the rubber. Why thiol rubber cannot be vulcanized? Because it already involves the sulfur linkage. That's why it cannot be vulcanized. Why plasticizer is used during molding of the plastics? Because of the usage of the plasticizer to improve the plasticity of the rubber, and it can be applicable for the molding purpose. What are the functions of lubricants and catalysts in the compounding of a plastics? So lubricants are useful for the plastics compounding in order to develop the frictionless plastics, and catalysts are used in order to get the manufacturing of the thermosetting plastic reaction undergoes a rapid reaction. Why should the flash point and fire point of a what should be flash and fire point of a good lubricant? It should be always less, then only you get a good lubricant. What is the significance of determining the 4 point of a lubricant? It tells about the moving ability or the flow ability of a lubricant. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.